Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Ephemera Hour. If you are joining us for the first time, my name is Sarah, co founder of ArtSnacks, and I'm joined here today with Dr. Erin, who is also our resident artist for ArtJournalSnacks. But more importantly, she is a board certified art therapist. So, something that she is very passionate about is art journaling.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about it tonight.
Cool.
We'll give everyone a couple more minutes, well, probably not minutes, seconds to hop on. And I'll just review what's going to happen tonight. Erin and I collect ephemera, and we love to talk about it, hence Ephemera Hour. So for the next hour, we're going to talk all things ephemera, art journaling, what to expect in the next Art Journal Snacks box, and we may even do some live journaling here. So you've got a view of my camera here, hello, and you've got a view of Erin's camera, hello. And then, yeah, we'll take questions. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll be monitoring that as well. And if you're just joining us, feel free to drop in the chat where you're watching from, and are you an art journaler? Or maybe you just like collage or collecting ephemera. Let us know. Erin, I'm going to turn it to you for a minute because I want to hear, who are you and what are you all about?
Awesome. Yeah. So hello, I'm Erin Partridge. I'm a board certified registered art therapist and lifelong lover of little bits of paper. And I also work with older adults, which means that I get to be around people that get it. Like I don't have to explain to them why little bits of paper have meaning and are important. They're always showing me interesting things. And so I feel very lucky to be kind of deeply steeped in all sorts of interesting papers and materials. So I really love to collect things from all over, and I am very inspired by the artist Candy Jernigan, which is where I first saw this idea of taking just the stuff of life and putting it in her sketchbook. I was like, that's what I want to do. Like, that makes sense to me. Not just drawing what I see and not just writing, but putting it all in one place. And that's been my practice ever since it started in 1998. I've been keeping art journals consecutively since then, and I'm always looking for interesting stickers and papers from life to incorporate into my art journal. Tonight, I love to collect things for Ephemera Hour, and Sarah and I really enjoy sharing our different things. But tonight, I actually have materials that came that came from abroad. I just got back from Croatia, so I have some interesting Croatian ephemera to share. And I'm so excited to share about like how I came upon this really fabulous treasure trove that if you know me, you will understand why it's just bonkers what I found. So,
oh my gosh, I cannot wait. So what I'm going to do here is, I wonder if I can highlight just our ephemera. Well, let's hand it over to you first so I can highlight what your overhead camera is like. Show us what you got in, or show us what you want to show us. I'm very excited about the ephemera from Croatia.
Yes. Yeah, but I just had to get this one out of the way because it's been sitting on my table for quite a while, and it came in the mail when it was just bonkers hot here in Healdsburg. And this just felt like insulting from the mail, but I also love the juxtaposition. Came from Sierra Club, and then the juxtaposition of like this graphic with this like really lovely little stamp with Cosmos flowers on it and nonprofit, and just the juxtaposition of these two things. And I wanted to incorporate it into the summer art journal, but it just felt like an important piece of ephemera to highlight in a bit of a different way. So it is very hot here today. So probably after Ephemera Hour, I'm going to go ahead and rip this envelope out, put it into my current art journal, and do a little journaling about like, it's September. Can it cool down now? That piece. And then I have this one that I'll share that's kind of the lead in to the Croatia stuff. This is a paper bag that I got in the Frankfurt airport, so hence the German on here. And what I liked about this paper bag, which I'm making it a responsible journey by saving and repurposing this paper bag, maybe not in the way that they meant, but it had this on the other side. What?
Oh my gosh.
Is this just asking to be in a travel journal, right?
That's amazing.
I mean, I love it so much that I'm kind of hesitant to cut it up right away. I might, I don't know, scan it or photocopy it or something first and map
Right.
out where I want to travel next. So I was just, let's see, I was just here in
Right.
Croatia, and next, this is my next plan.
Oh,
Australia, New Zealand. I don't know when yet, but that's next in my sights. So this bag is came back from the airport with me with some other ephemera inside it. Hot tip: the Frankfurt airport in the Lufthansa terminal has a whole wall of magazines. So I brought back my backpack got so heavy because I had to bring back all these free magazines that they had out because they were beautiful and they're printed on this beautiful paper. And so I came home with a much heavier bag, and not for the reasons that most people do when they travel. So that's what I wanted to share about that.
I love that. I just highlighted a comment, use it as a cover for a travel journal. I love that idea too. And it reminded me of, when you get a textbook from school and you need to cover it,
Yep.
this
Yeah,
might
perfect.
be that for an art journal.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, I might have to take advantage of the Paper Fest code and not to force to little tease this a little bit, but get a journal to cover with it. So, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to switch cameras here and show you a little bit about what I have. So, hello, here are my hands. I'm going to start off first with what I've got over here in this tray, also a canvas. This is a wooden canvas. I threw out all my trays because they were all boxes, like old technology boxes. And I'm improvising now, so I'm using a canvas. As you can see, the wooden canvas has a lot of paint on the other side. So I'm going to go through a couple of my little things that I got here and there. And where my ephemera differs from Erin's, if you've never watched Ephemera Hour before, a lot of the ephemera I find comes to me instead of me finding it. Whether it is a receipt, a postcard, mailers, anything that I find around the house, I like to pull from my hyper local life as opposed to my travel life. I do find some ephemera in my travels, but my travels have not been, let's see, I haven't traveled a lot lately, to put it simply. So I have a couple things that I've collected, including tickets to the It Ends With Us movie that I saw over the weekend. They print them out on receipts these days. And I even had a scanned barcode and thought maybe it'd be paperless, but when they handed me the ticket, I was going to hold on to it. So adorable little card from Crate and Barrel. But what I'm very excited about is this tiny envelope. Erin, you sent us a tiny envelope in an ephemera package in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited that I have another one for myself. So,
and it's so nice and square too. It's just a great shape. Yeah, cute.
Yeah. And this is a little card. I bought a gift, but ended up making my own card. So I was like, this is my ephemera. I'm holding on to that. And I took the tag off of the gift as well. And if you hear barking in the background, my dog is very needy tonight, so he is just going to be barking. It just adds to the soundtrack of Ephemera Hour. We have the Social Security ticket that I got when I went to Social Security. I'm in the process of changing my last name. And it's nothing like the DMV. It took 2 seconds, in and out. So that is a fun little keepsake. This is more of a memory that I want to hold on to, as opposed to a thing from life. And I've got receipts and postcards. This is a restaurant in Boston, Barcino. This is like really nice cardstock. Super impressed. I don't know where this was printed, but like so much better than like this postcard, which is pretty flimsy. So this is one that might like serve as my surface, like as my canvas, and then add stuff to it. So I'm excited about that. Erin, this is the part where I think you're really going to love this ephemera. So I went to the, this is the Christian Science Museum in Boston, and they have a mapaporium inside. Yes, it is a giant globe. It's a stained glass globe. It looks just like this inside this this museum. It's half museum, half church. It's open to the public. You can go in whenever. It's like super cheap to like walk through this and just experience it. And they ask so many incredible questions. How do you see the world? This is a map that I don't think was, I think it was made in the 30s or 40s. Don't quote me on that. And has not been updated since.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it is very old, but it is beautiful and incredibly outdated. So you walk through, I picked up these postcards on the way out. You walk through, and at the end, there's all these like questions that are posed, and everything's on postcards, and they want you to.
Oh, how did you not leave with like a bucket full of stuff?
These are just 3. There was like 18 or 20, and I was like, I have to contain myself. My husband was like,
all of them.
it was like, you should fill them out and then put them up, but like, don't, like, I don't want to be seen with you running out with all of these cards. So I'm like, okay, I get it, fine. So I pulled the ones that I loved the most. So they want you to interact with how you see the world today. And I loved the gratitude one. And obviously, since it's interactive, you're supposed to write a note down here and then hang it up on the wall. What are you grateful for today? Joy, what brings you joy? And courage, what gives you courage? Super simple prompts on just like nice bold paper that I feel like is just going to really color my art journal. So I'm very excited to use these. But it's one of those things that I might need to make a copy of and then use it.
I love that you selected colors that coordinate so nicely. You've got this like kind of semi primary color spectrum thing going on here.
Oh yeah. You picked up on that for sure. So yeah, I'm loving these, and I'm just like, I love this size. Oh, on the back it's got the logo. I didn't even notice that.
Oh.
How do you see the world? Huh. Very cool. Now it's going to be even harder because I don't know what side I want to use. Anyways.
I think you'll have to go back and just get more, and then you could find them all into a book.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe make a little zine with a response on each one.
Yeah.
All right, to be continued on what I'm going to use. I'm going to hand it over to you. What else do you have?
Okay, so this requires a story. So the let's see, the second day we were in Croatia, or the third day we were in Croatia. We went to this other little harbor. I was on Malat, which is a small island. We went to this other little harbor, and we're walking around the edge of the harbor, and I see a small box with a little window door, and I was like, it can't possibly be. And it was a little free library in Croatia. And you know that I love to, I'm sorry, librarians and book lovers, but I love to cannibalize from little free libraries for interesting ephemera. I don't take the books that someone might want to read. I take the ones that are like falling apart or just don't seem like things that people would want to read. I'm not going to take a book away from someone that needs a book, but I in this case, I kind of did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this little town, but I feel like I put a lot of books into little free libraries. I help older adults disperse their books into little free libraries all over the place. So I've earned the right to take this big stack of books from this Croatian
I couldn't agree more.
Okay, so let me show you what I got. So this was the first one, and best I can tell from the cover, it looks like maybe folk tales. Right?
Ooh.
but look at how lovely this paper is, and it's got that nice old book feel. It's got some really kind of, I don't know, scary little illustrations. This one looks like a little boy trying to put out a fire in his house.
Oh my gosh.
But I think when you're traveling, it's really fun to put some of the language from where you are. Look at this. Ah, so cute.
That's so cute. You can color that in too.
Yeah, totally. So, and then look at this. Like, I did not plan this. I have parrots, and
Who
then
put those birds there?
with a parrot on her basket. Looks like she's a parrot or having a band or something. I don't know. So yeah, that was the first one I pulled out of the Little Free Library, and I was like, well, that's great. And the book's kind of falling apart, as you can see. So I'm doing a service by turning this into art.
You're giving it a new life. Yes.
I am. So that was number one. This was the second one, and I really like board books to use for art journals sometimes, because you can carve into them. And then this is also a nice way to learn a little Croatian. Right? So I guess maybe this means blocks, maybe. I'm not sure.
And how do you pronounce that, maybe?
No.
No.
I know how to say thank you, which is hvala.
Okay.
That's what I learned. But I also really like the assortment of things, right? So we have a drum, a bear, blocks, a little train toy, a dump truck, of course, and a rocking horse. But then look at this stamp, right? So it was probably the acquisition from the library is what I'm imagining that stamp is probably.
Got it.
Barcode, little stamp right there. So
cool.
Anyway, fish.
It's funny that this went to the free library, not the actual library.
Yeah. And then I found this one, and this one I was like, well, I love this pattern, and it kind of looks like some of the watercolors I was doing in my art journal, because the water in Croatia is just so beautiful. So I wanted this one before I opened it up, and then I saw, it's got water damage, because again, this is a little free library in a very small harbor that gets kind of rough weather. So it's not a great location for books. So this one's pretty wet, and it's got these lovely little watercolor illustrations. Like, look at this one, it's a shell, and then the fairy.
Oh my gosh. That was printed in the book? It almost looks like it was painted in the book.
I know it does, huh?
Yeah.
This one appears to be, the context clues I've got from this one is it's like water all over the world. So here's Australia. That's how you say Australia in Croatian.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. I think this is maybe Iceland.
Yeah. Those rocks look familiar.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. So that one's going to be fun. This part especially. And this is another one. This one is poetry. So these are short enough phrases that I think I can translate some of these. Google Translate them.
Right.
So I'll see if I find any good poems that I might want to put into my travel journal. But I also like the typesetting in this. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that typeface.
There's our poet.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Okay, now it starts to get really good.
Oh my God, I already love it.
Look at this absolute wonderful dog, maybe. I don't know. But
it kind of looks like a horse.
Yeah.
With the hooves?
I don't know.
Actually,
the legs.
Yeah, I have no idea. Banana?
So, but just look how sweet these illustrations are.
Oh my gosh.
And they're climbing up a hill with all this little legs. Maybe a dragon? It's a little person. I love her curly hair.
Oh my gosh, that person is it. This is so good. That's like a whole mood.
Yeah. And then I don't know if it's cold or sleepy, but look how the numbers get wiggly.
That's so cool.
And then look at the cloud. It's like so beautifully done. Right. Okay. So then we have all these fine people.
Cute. And this is just from the free library.
Yeah. sleeping. This person, I love the style on the face. I think it's so fun.
Look at all the 6s in the hair.
Yeah. So I think this is a counting book, is what it kind of ends up being.
Oh.
So here's 8. Here's 9. And here they all are. All the notes.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I love that.
Yeah. But then the other really good piece of ephemera is right here. It's this little bit of library. And last ephemera envelopes, people got different forms of these, right? But this last checked out, so that would be December 13th, 2013, which is why it probably ended up in the Little Free Library.
That's so funny. These people just are feeling a little, I guess, maybe shame that they didn't return it on time, so they're just donating it.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Okay. So then there's also this children's book. This one seems to be about letters, but look at this stamp.
Amazing.
Yeah. So this book was published in 1981, which is when I was born.
Oh, wow.
And then look at all these sweet little animals.
Oh my God, the birds.
I know. And then look, hopefully this will show up if I get close. It's got a little bit of Ben-Day dot going on with the printing here.
Oh, yep, I see it. I mean, I can see it.
Yeah. So here's this one for Jackson. Here's a little dog contemplating himself in the mirror. Me, for sure.
Oh my gosh. You're like, these are my friends.
Yeah. There's lots of birds in this one. We've got this owl. And we have another here.
This is only a bird dog book.
Yeah.
Birds and dogs.
Yeah.
So cute.
Okay, so this one I'm going to save for last. We'll go to this one. And the reason this one ended up in the Little Free Library is this corner here, I think. And I was a little bit nervous about what had caused this corner situation. So I did smell it before I brought it home, just in case.
Okay.
I'm brave like that. It's hand sanitizer for sure. So it's a little stuck together, but look at, there's some really cool, first of all, this page, like just this alone.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Really wonderful collage material. And then the printing, so that's kind of gloss paper. And then the illustrations are made in this interesting way. They're definitely digital illustrations, but some of the things, like the bike, is in a different style than other parts of it. It's like these patterned inlays. Look at this dog.
Oh my God, I love that dog.
Shoes.
So beautiful.
Yeah, so it's really kind of a neat, and then as you go further in here, it just gets more and more interesting. Like, look at this page.
Wow.
Look at that rocket.
Yeah, that rocket is going to be places.
Yeah, and then this cat and a little paper airplane. So, but you can see here where the book is stuck together by the
oh, right.
So the cat with some fish.
And these illustrations are amazing.
Yeah, and like that's a real scanned button in this illustration. Real soccer ball over there. Anyways, this one will be really fun to cut up because it doesn't have the integrity as a book anymore.
Got it.
But some good stuff to cut up. Okay, now brace yourself for this one.
Oh my gosh. Is this your memoir? Like, what is this? I see a bird.
Yeah, I mean, so this was the last one that I pulled out of the Little Free Library box. And other people were taking books too, like to use in their journals. There were other people keeping journals on this trip. Some of them were new to that and they were excited about it. But so I pulled this one out, and first thing I see are, of course, these birds, right? And I'd been joking about being a pirate earlier that day. So it's like, well, this obviously is my book. But then I open it up.
What?
I know, there are little crows in there. And then look at that beautiful wave.
This is so gorgeous.
I was like freaking out. And then you turn the page and there's more crows.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can cut this up.
Oh no, this one is staying on my shelf. It's going to stay pristine. But look at this beautiful, this, I guess, inventory, right? That looks like inventory there. And then there's Signatura. King. So then look at this page with all the birds, and then there's the crow, and it has a crown. So this one I'm going to translate. And then there's the crow that's a pirate.
Oh my gosh.
So, and then they go on a boat, and there's the crow. And then there's a parrot too. With a little paper hat on.
So cute.
And then big waves and the crow flying over the boat. And there it is riding a horse because, why not?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And then here's the last page with chickens and the crow and then the beautiful stamps. And
this is a keepsake for sure.
Yeah. So this one I'm not going to be cutting up. I might photocopy some of the little crow pirates out of there and put it in my travel journal, but it was just like so good.
Amazing. Wow. Okay, so hot tip for anybody out there. If you have a free library in your town, just take a look. You can take some, you don't have to take anything. I usually like to bring a book to like replace. I've done that a couple times. There are so many free libraries in my neighborhood. This is like a very kid-friendly neighborhood that I live in. So they're like there's one like in front of every school basically. So very cool, Erin. I have ephemera envy. And now I want to just like walk to my free library and see what's in there. That's amazing.
It was a really good find. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So let's see if I can top that. I don't think I can. But before I head over to my magazines that I've got, I just want to show you this amazing postcard from a restaurant. This is from a restaurant called Dolly. And it's a little crazy, just like Dolly. Definitely a maximalist restaurant. There's stuff everywhere. There's some things that are a little on the brutal side, like there's a fish head. We've got some pig. There's some hanging, I think these are bats or squirrels or something. But what's not on here is that in the restaurant, they have like a wall of like melting clocks, which is like very on brand for Dolly. So the restaurant's great. It's like a Spanish restaurant, but I just love the blue and white tiles. This is like such a, like an iconic pattern. So definitely will be ripping this guy up. All right, putting these aside, I've got some magazines. And I'm gonna skip these guys and do a shout out. I'm not sure if Darla is watching, but if Darla is watching, huge shout out to Darla, who sent me some incredible ephemera. These are magazines. I have more than one, but I'm just going to show one because there's too many. 1938 Better Homes and Gardens magazine. Just look at this typeface. Also, this magazine was 10 cents. Like, what happened? The stuff is, you can't make this stuff up. Some of the content that is just in here in this magazine.
Look at those marigolds. That is so beautiful.
Yeah. Like, this is, I can't imagine.
Odorless foliage.
Yeah, odorless foliage, right? I can't imagine also what the process was. Like, this is clearly a photo, but like this looks like it was painted on. I have no clue, but some of the stuff here is just incredible. Beautiful with roses, guaranteed to bloom. I don't know if you can see that. That's just so like, it was just such a different time.
What's the house surgery on that page? Middle column.
House surgery. New medical science? No, just a name for a skillful but remodeling, which resulted in one of the most charming rural New England homes you ever Effervescence over. Coming in the next Better Homes and Gardens. It's probably a home remodel.
That's amazing.
There's one of the magazines, I don't know if it's this one, where it just talks about like how to turn your garage into a living room if you need more space.
Some things are evergreen, right?
Yeah, totally. Oh, just like any hour, this refreshing drink. Yeah. Campbell's is great for breakfast time, dinner time, between times.
Airplanes.
Like, now, good oil is corn-fed.
What?
This
What
is
the actual what?
motor oil, I guess, made with corn. Yo, everything was crazy. I love, okay, here's some good ephemera. Not just the whole thing being good ephemera, but we have this lovely photo of a woman with her dogs, Prince, Sally, and Tim. Tim the Dalmatian.
Yeah. I also like the Prince is a mongrel.
Uh-huh.
Poor Prince.
Right? I said this was a different time.
I love that font too for the way that that's laid out is really beautiful.
Right. The hierarchy here is like, yeah, we know Sally has like a regular visit to the hospital, but the post is about the hospital. Oh, these amazing photos of construction. It's just like,
yeah, so good.
This stuff was real.
Backed up.
Oh my gosh, this has to be. I haven't read this completely, but this whole, like, look at this. Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, that look, this is what did it part. If you cut that away and then just put that green swoop and then the words like around something else in a collage would be so cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to have to get like a, what is that, a rotary cutter with those? Fun with maple bowls. Like what?
Those diagrams are fabulous.
Oh my gosh, these are just like iconic foods of old Mexico. Like, oh, an electric roaster. These are actual like recipes. So yeah, huge shout out to
San Jose.
Oh, here we go. How much was this house? Let's see. I don't even think it says. Incredible. Yeah, it's just like they built to a budget.
Look at the car in the driveway on that one.
Oh yeah. It's amazing. I have to say the only thing that's a little weird is that it kind of smells funny.
Yeah.
But I think that just comes with the age. Wow, fill in the blank. I like wives who. I like husbands who.
Oh, there's Darla. Darla's in the chat. Darla, thank you so much.
Welcome and thank you. Thank you for
heroin. What is she up to?
Who?
No, the one with the mistletoe.
I don't know, but Chesterfields for Christmas. Do they even make those anymore? No clue.
No, that's a very fancy gown she has though.
So fancy. Oh, I love this face. Income for life. This is the Mutual Life Insurance Company, John Hancock. They're based in Boston.
You should take that down to their offices.
Right. And then be like, pay up. Also, I just find this so funny. It's like 1.6 million in circulation, which is actually pretty impressive for 1938.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So anyway, Darla, thank you so much for this incredible ephemera. I think I said before, I need to go through all of it thoroughly before I decide to cut it up and use it for anything. So, old magazine, check. Some newer stuff. Got a Loft. This is not an ad for Loft. We're not sponsored, but Loft, if you would like to and you're watching, let me know. DM me. What's really big in right now is denim and just going with it. Denim on denim on denim, basically. I really love to art journal with faces and expressions, and I love different postures. So these were really drawn to me, and I made a tab over here. I love the way this character is sitting. I love the way that A, this person is dressed, and B, this like reach around.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the stuff is just really, the postures are really great. So definitely ripping those up. And I dog-eared just one thing in here, and that was this is Shades of Light. So it's mainly just like home accessories. Look at all these mirrors.
Oh, that's so fun.
So fun. Also super impressed that the reflection in the mirrors is just a big room.
Yeah, that's so good.
Right? Like this took a lot of design skill. I'm so impressed.
That's a really cool page.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the whole other one. So good.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna like rip some of these out and use them as like frames, or you can get some like shiny, maybe like some foil to actually fill it in. That would be kind of cool. Very excited about that. It's that time of the month where we both get our Viore magazines. Naturally.
Just in time. I literally picked it up this week.
There's some good stuff in here. Even on the outside, this like sunset. There's something very powerful about running off into the sunset here. I did not bookmark anything in here because the whole thing is great. Shirts, this man, everything is great. Oh, they show, this is the first time in a magazine I've seen like tattoos be, welcomed onto
this page. There's a couple pages like that with the rows of seats that are so nice. Like the gradient there can take her out entirely, and look how cool that is.
Yeah, I do love that.
Cool, just with my hand there. Maybe I'll photocopy my hand and my hand over top of that.
Nice.
Fingernails. I just like that whole look right there.
My nails actually would make much better.
And then this pose, Sarah, is another really great one for your kind of interesting postures. The next page after that.
Oh, this way.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. Like, look at the curve of this leg. I just think that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Viore can do no wrong. I started finding these little, there's a brand out there called Haven Well Within, which is like a loungewear brand. They've got really good mantras, a daily dose of good for you. And I like the way that this is like written out. This is like a little zine with some of their product in here. So it's just a couple, like, look how like soft all this product looks. It looks so nice. They have their philosophy on the back here, and I just like their type treatments. Here's another, I guess a daily dose of good for you is like their catchphrase.
Yeah.
But I love this. It's like a little toast with, your water. Cheers. A little cheers with your water. So I love that face. And yeah, they just have some good vignettes in some of their little mailers. I really like. Same thing with, for a while I was on a kick of like cutting out lips and eyes and using those in certain places. So I might get back into that because they have some good ones here. And then lastly, I'll just quickly go through. I have, I love this quote here. The cozy feel you will fall for.
Yeah.
Oh, love that. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of homeware, like home brands, I guess, found out that I bought a house. So I just keep getting all of these in the mail. But very impressed with the typography in this magazine. Like,
the R is so good.
Yes, this R with that little curve there. Yeah, every page has great typography. So I'm gonna have to go through every page and just cut these out.
That piece is really cool too, and that's a great headline there.
Yeah, as unique as you are. I love it. I could leave all the chairs and tables in here, but I'm just going to be cutting out all of the letters.
What's that map?
Visit us in one of our 1,200 retailers. So it looks like this is the US, and a little bit of Canada and Mexico. So they've got stores all over the place.
That's a very cool image.
Yeah, that is neat. I actually didn't realize what it was. Like, I guess why would you put like Greenland up here if you don't have any stores up here? Unless you're just going for a pattern look.
Foreshadowing, they're hoping to open them there. Oh, that's so good.
Quality, time after time. Yeah, the typography is top notch in this magazine. Awesome. All right, so let's see. We've got about like 20 minutes left. Erin, I'm going to pass it over to your Surface. Show us whatever you'd like, maybe some stuff that's coming in the next Art Journal Snacks box.
Yep. So staying with my bird theme tonight, this is a piece that, sorry, none of you are getting this piece because I liked it too much.
It's so cute.
This was, so several ephemera hours ago, I showed some things from a box that my former professor had sent me, a box that I could have climbed inside of. It was that big.
I remember that.
Some of the things in there were these old, these are wallpaper samples.
Amazing.
This one, I couldn't cut this one up because it was so sweet with the rooster and the hen and the little babies there. So, but I did cut up a lot of vintage wallpaper that kind of has this fall, like fall colors, kind of fall vibe, leaves, grape leaves, some pheasants in some of them, some acorns in some of them, and everybody's getting some of that. And it's just the thing I like about wallpaper samples, especially older wallpaper samples, the paper just feels kind of velvety. It takes pencil really nicely, like just regular graphite onto this is really lovely, and colored pencil works as well, and really can do anything on it.
Nice.
So I'm excited to share those things with people, and there's, fall I feel like is, it's a season that there's so many interesting things in the world and such rich colors, and it's a really fun season to Art Journal. So I've got some very fallish things in the ephemera packs for everybody that I really hope you enjoy. It was very fun to put together.
I love that you're just leaning into the season.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah. Cool.
Anything else you got to show us?
Well, so I have this other box of things, but I'll share a couple more things out of here. These are just kind of random things that arrive in life, including this.
I love that.
I think, I don't remember what it came on, like a piece of clothing maybe, but I liked that the tag just said life. But then I also like that the little plastic part that holds the tag together also says life.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so I don't know, I might attach it onto the cover of an art journal maybe, or figure out some way to make it the class. But yeah, it was just definitely one of those things that when I pulled it off the piece of clothing it came on, it was definitely not going in the trash, right? But,
yes.
Okay, have to hold on to that for sure. Okay, this is another one. So this is the local appliance company here, and my washing machine, or no, it was my dryer. It was doing something really weird, and I put my laundry into the dryer, and I left for the day, and then I came home, and it's a separate building, and the whole floor was covered in water.
Oh,
and
no.
my clothing in the dryer was not only not dry, it was wetter than when I took it out of the washing machine.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, I don't know what's happening right now, but this is not okay. And then it was like several days of trying to figure out what to do. I had to go somewhere right after that. So I just like scooped it all up out of the dryer and put it in my bathtub.
Oh my gosh.
Later. And then I put it on the spin cycle only in my dryer or in my washer to dry it out a little more. And then I had clothing literally hanging all over my place. And this, the door tag from when the person came out to fix it. And hot tip, if your dryer does that and it has a steam function on it, you could pay thousands of dollars to get that steam function on your dryer fixed, or they can just come and remove it for $20.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't steam my clothes in the dryer, so let's just take it away. And they did. And then what I liked about this tag was that, okay, it says it's the dryer. It's the date that it came. His name was Robert, and he did circle that the job was complete. And then I love just the way that he really was very thorough in describing what he did. He disconnected the water line going to the dryer, tested out units, all functions, passed inspection.
Yay.
I just thought this was, a sweet little tag. You can tell, you can tell by how beat up it is that he just has like a big stash of these tags in his truck.
Totally.
Right? Because this is not hot off the presses, this tag. So,
oh my gosh, I love that.
Thank you. Yeah. Good job. Okay, and then I have one other random thing. This is from work. And they're these felt adhesive panels that you can make like felt boards to put push pins into on the wall, and they're really clean and nice. If you need like a big wall of cork boards, it's a great way to do it for pretty cheaply. And I was installing 2 huge walls of this to make a gallery at a building where I work. So I put up probably, 80 of these 12 by 12 panels.
Oh my gosh.
But I love, love, love the hands in this diagram. And especially like, okay, so the pointy hand and the hand that's smoothing it out, and the removing one, but then the leaves no residue. It's all okay. We handled it. I just much. And this one that's gone is because I put these at the end of one of my other art journals. So you can go on Mix and see the tour where that is the finishing one. I think it's like a thumbs up maybe for finished.
Right.
But this one for sure. I think it'd be kind of funny to take the instructions out and just have these hands, and then maybe put new labels about what they're doing.
I would find some like big text or like a word or something, and then put a hand next to the word.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
The other thing that I really like about this is the kind of, it almost looks like a second printing happened with some of these numbers.
Oh.
Like what's happening with these numbers?
Yeah, they're a little
over as though they were a second thought or like a rubber stamp. That a lot of font changes happening in this one single page. So anyway, that was a fun one.
I love that. That's so interesting. It's so funny how like sometimes I look at the whole piece of ephemera as like, this is my ephemera, and you're like, no, I think I'm just gonna cut out these tiny little hands.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah. And then I have a piece of plastic ephemera. I like to save plastic bags sometimes because they're fun to incorporate in, because you can have stuff underneath them and it shows through. This was, I don't remember what came in this bag. Oh, pants. Pants came in this bag.
Oh, okay.
But this warning, and we've got it in 3 languages. But the way this is phrased just cracks me up. Keep this bag away from babies and children. Do not use in cribs, beds, carriages, or playpens. Like, why would you have a plastic bag from your pants that were delivered? Like, why would you even?
Yeah.
But then it tells you why, right? Why not to. The thin film may cling to nose and mouth and prevent breathing. It's like a really, really intense warning on this bag.
Jeez.
And then there's like a cheeky warning. So this is the serious warning.
Okay.
The pants company has made a cheeky warning up here. So warning, the contents of this bag may cause you to disrobe. Because, being that you're going to put on the pants. But
Right.
so we have that in 3 languages also, and I love the way that looks. So going to have to do something with that for sure.
That's going to be an interesting challenge because it's plastic as opposed to paper.
Yeah. Well, it goes over the top really nicely, right? So even like my little chickens can show through there. So.
Right. I love that. You've got some good stuff, Erin.
Yeah.
Some good stuff.
Comes to me.
I am just going to, I wonder if I can do, what does this get? What does this get me? Oh, there it goes. Oh, us in the corner. Very cool. I'm going to switch this because I'm doing some journaling right now. I've got the ephemera from last quarter's box, the summer box, which I love. And remind me, is this the bleeding tissue?
Yes.
Okay. Am I doing something wrong? I put some water on this and it's not bleeding.
How much water?
I mean, water brush.
Yeah, more.
Okay.
It's pretty wet.
How about, I'm going to spritz it more. This is like a little spray bottle.
Yeah.
Go, go, bleed, bleed.
And then you just have to let it sit for a little bit.
Okay. It's funny, actually,
you might want to put that orange circle over top because I know the orange bleeds really nicely.
All right. Live bleeding here.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Spritz that. More.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, see now. And then it'll go into those wrinkles where that purple is.
Oh my gosh, look at this. This is crazy. Okay, then I'm definitely going to let that dry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
It's a very fun material to play with. I did see that a couple people have now availed themselves of getting whole packages of this, and it's a lot of fun. So.
All right, then I have to let that dry a little bit because I cut her out and I want to do something with her. Unless I put this down and it bleeds over. I always have this conundrum of like the seam of the sketchbook is always like in the way, but I want to work with it. So yeah, I just wanted to like, we've got maybe like 8 minutes left. Just some, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm behind the ArtJournalSnacks logo.
Oh yeah, it's like a hat.
Hey, this is my face now. How do I take that off? That's hilarious. Here we go. Boom. Hi. I just want to take some time to talk ephemera. I know that we've been talking about ephemera for the last like hour-ish, but I think what makes ArtJournalSnacks super unique is that, Erin, you curate ephemera for every box. So we always have something to look forward to that keeps it unique and inspiring. So for those of you who are in the comments, and if you're not subscribed to ArtJournalSnacks, every box comes with an envelope. I have the envelope here, filled with ephemera that Erin sources from in the studio, in life, in books, a lot of things that you saw here, you'll find in your envelope. So ArtJournalSnacks, actually, I think it's artsnacks.co/ArtJournalSnacks. I can write that out. If you want to subscribe to get the next box, it's the fall box. You don't get the same stuff in every box.
Nor do you get the same stuff as other people because a lot of it is different. And so there'll be some things that everybody gets. There'll be some things that you get like the same type of thing, right? So like the wallpaper is one example, right? Where it's all different. So you'll get some, but you don't know which yet. And that I think has been the most fun thing for me is to see the different ways that, people get something that's the same and they use it totally differently. And it's interesting to see how different people respond to different materials. Yeah.
Boom. So you can go to artsnacks.co/ArtJournalSnacks to subscribe and get the fall box. It will be shipping first week of October. And I'm going to put this pitch here. You do not have to do, there are no like rules for doing the ink, ArtSnacks ink challenge exclusively with ink. You can collage every day for 31 days using the prompts that come in the ink collection. I know that October is generally focused on like a month-long challenge, but it may be a cool challenge to use ink and ephemera for your ArtSnacks ink challenge. So it's a good time to subscribe. That box will come in October, and you can use new ephemera for your creations, which would be very cool. So yeah, the other plug that Erin mentioned earlier is Paperfest is happening. So if you go to artsnacks.co, you'll see Paperfest is our sale that we have every September on paper. Actually, it's mainly on surfaces. So sketch pads, sketchbooks, canvases, that kind of stuff. I think the sketchbook that I'm using right now is part of the sale. This is the Hannah Mule. It's not the Nostalgia. It's one of the Hannah Mule sketchbooks. I think, Erin, you have the Hannah Mule Nostalgia.
This is the one from the travel.
Oh, I think that's also in the sale too. That is a Strathmore.
Yeah, and it's got toned paper, and I mean, it's hard to tell anymore because it's so covered with stuff, but it's a good one. Yeah, this is here's the color that the paper is, and that it takes this one's very beat up, but
yeah, that one has.
It stands up well to travel all over the place.
Amazing. Yeah, so Paperfest is 50% off all surfaces in the Art Snack shop, and you literally are just using the code PAPERFEST 2024 at checkout. So let me glue this down, and I'll write that for you as well.
I made a big order today.
Yeah, that is the entire month. The sale lasts the entire month of September. So, Erin, you say you put it in order now. You might put it in another order later.
I definitely will. Yeah, today I just wanted to get, I got all 4 of the toned paper packets. I forget.
Oh, Fabriano?
Yeah, I got all 4 of those because we only have the blue one at Enzo, and everyone used it yesterday and really liked it. So I was like, I got you guys. I'll get us all 4 colors. So I ordered some Yupo. I ordered some watercolor paper. What else did I get? This is all for work. So that was fun to get to place that order.
Amazing. All right, Paperfest. Do you get any like requests from clients of like what supplies they want to use?
Yeah, it was interesting. We did a drawing practice yesterday, and we were trying out toned paper and paper with some tooth to it, and we were using water soluble graphite for some of the time, and they really liked like a toothy paper that could stand up to some water-based media as well. So the mixed media paper is really great. Oh, shout out to my residents who gave me that whole roll of star stickers you're sticking in right now.
Really? That's where this came from?
To me, it's this like gigantic roll of gold stars, and was like, "Do you want this, Erin?"
I love it. I want to put it.
I
kind of want to put it on her face. Here we go. But I want you to still see one of her eyes.
That's cool.
There we go. Shine. Oh, I'm missing some stuff in the comments here. I see your Enzo Thus ticket stub. Me and Colleen Hoover got our social working degrees together. Oh, super cool. I saw the movie this past weekend. I read the book. It's amazing. Shout out to Erin's mother for putting together the ephemera. Your mother, also known as your intern?
My intern, yeah.
Shout out to mother of Dr. Erin for, putting up with all of the...
Yeah, the ephemera covering the entire kitchen counter at their house sometimes.
It's all for a good cause. What can I say?
Yeah, and actually this last time it was not just the ephemera, but also 5 baby quail and 3 baby chicks also on the kitchen island. So it's like,
how are they doing?
Whole vibe. It's like
Oh my gosh. How are the birds?
they're all good? Yes, they're all the fowl are now outside. So the game birds and the chickens are all down in the coop.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm just realizing we're like at time.
Yes.
But I'm obviously carried away. So I want to give a shout out to everyone who joined us live. Thank you so much. This has been so fun. I love chatting about ephemera. Clearly, I get carried away when it comes to timing. But my last words are subscribe to ArtJournalSnacks. Here you go. artsnacks.co/ArtJournalSnacks. The next box is shipping out early October. So you can get that box and enjoy the ephemera that comes with it. Erin will be hosting a couple live streams here on YouTube with that box. So if you are unsure of what you want to make or not feeling inspired, Erin will give you some prompts and make art alongside you. So we love that here at ArtSnacks. Erin, thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
I appreciate you. And yeah, any last words, Erin?
Just put stuff in your pockets. Walk around with a Ziploc bag in your bag to stuff ephemera into. That's what I usually do, and it's a good kind of receptacle for those things so that you can find them later, so that they don't end up in your pocket and go through the laundry. This is the laundry-themed ephemera hour.
Yes, ephemera is getting wet, and we're just dealing with it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. This live stream will be saved so you can watch it later on. And in the meantime, we'll see you on Instagram. We'll see you on Mix, ArtSnacks Mix. Oh, I didn't put my little ticker up. Here we go. Oh, that's sign up for ArtSnacks. Nope. This one. Come on. Mix at artsnacks.co. This is our online community. It's free. Feel free to join, and you can check out some other people's artwork or post your own.
Yeah. Very
cool. All right, everyone. Have a great night.